Hey guys, welcome back to Genius Tech. So after 8 months of speculation since the phone first appeared in benchmarks, people called it a lot of names, namely the OnePlus 8 Lite or the OnePlus Z. And after a dozen of leaks, finally, it's arrived under the name the OnePlus Nord. Here I have the retail package with me, and I'm not quite sure why the team at OnePlus discarded this design and called it everything you asked for. Well, moving on, as you can see, I have the Onyx Grey 128GB variant, so let's get into the box and have a look at the box contents. Well, I must say though, the design team at OnePlus has put really some serious effort into manufacturing this package. Feels like they really want us to have an experience here. This package is quite different even from the ones the OnePlus makes for its special editions. Opening the box, first we have the phone, says this way Nord. Well, let's keep aside the phone for a while. Let's look beneath the box. Well, you open up this panel there. Mostly you find the paperwork related to this OnePlus. And it looks like they have included a cool welcome letter from the team at OnePlus. That's nice. Okay, let's check that out later. We have a SIM ejector tool. Let's keep this stuff aside for a while. We have a TPU case included in the box. And opening this, we have some OnePlus stickers and the Nord sticker. Well, beneath the stickers, they have included a quick start guide and also the Red Cable Club card so that you can avail your memberships there. Let's keep this all aside for a while and let's check out the rest of the box. I was really hoping to get a blue marble cable, but I guess we're working with red here. Then I'm really happy that OnePlus included the 30-watt fast charger inside the box. Let's unwrap the phone quickly, and as you see here, I have the Onyx Grey variant. The phone is also available in a marble blue color if you prefer that. But if you don't want your phone to be too flashy, this is your go-to. Let's just boot up the phone and set it up quickly. I like the fact that the device teaches you the gestures during the setup if you're not familiar with the Android 10 gestures. This is how the device looks once set up. And initially some users complained about the display issues, but I didn't find any, so it was great. The main key highlights of this phone are definitely the Snapdragon 765G, which is a 5G chipset, and also the 6.4-inch 90Hz Fluid AMOLED display. Now coming to the build quality of the phone, it feels pretty solid in hand. At the bottom you have the SIM slot, the microphone, Type-C and the mono speaker. On the left you have the alert slider, which I'm glad is still present on the OnePlus Nord. Below that is the power button, and coming to the left you have the volume rocker. At the top there is a microphone, and yeah, there is no headphone jack if you're wondering if it was present. It's hard to complain now because most companies have removed it. I was pretty skeptical about the glossy finish at the back, but you know what, it just handles fingerprints well enough, so I'm good with that. Now let's check for the pre-installed apps on the phone. As you're well aware that India has banned several Chinese applications, I didn't find any bloatware on the phone apart from OnePlus partnering with Google and Facebook, so most of the Facebook's Messenger apps and Google services were present on the phone, and there's also Netflix, so if you'd like to enjoy that, that's pretty great. And I'm pretty glad that OnePlus decided to make Google's messaging app the default messaging app, so yeah, it looks pretty good. Now coming to the mono speaker, why don't you guys hear it out for yourselves? Considering the fact that it's a mono speaker, still it gets pretty loud and punchy, so I don't think you people will have any problem consuming your entertainment. Now coming to the cameras, the front there are two cameras, one powered by the Sony IMX 616 sensor, 32 megapixel camera, and the second one is the 8 megapixel 105 degree ultra wide camera. Now coming to the rear cameras, we have the 8 megapixel ultra wide lens, the main sensor which is a 48 megapixel Sony IMX 586 with OIS, then we have the 5 megapixel depth sensor and a 2 megapixel macro lens. Here are some of the camera samples. First we have the 48 megapixel shot, then the 2x telephoto zoom which is strictly digital, and then I was blown away by the ultra wide lens. The way it handles HDR is pretty well. The depth sensor does a good job of blurring out the background and giving a good bokeh effect, but I was seriously taken aback by the macro lens. Like, what was OnePlus thinking? This is clearly a joke. They could have just stuck with 3 cameras on the Nord. Well, the night sight on this phone works pretty well. The image here was shot in the pitch dark, so you basically get the idea that it outperforms most of these phones in this category. The front cameras on this phone are pretty decent and the ultra-wide lens basically gets the job done. Now on the video front, the front cameras support 4K at 60 fps, but the rear only supports 4K at 30. Let's see if they roll out any software update to fix this. Now here are video samples so that you get a brief idea of how OnePlus Nord records at 1080p 4K 30 fps, which is the cine mode which they call, and then the 4K 60 fps, which is the front camera. Well, the front cameras have no OIS or EIS, so even at 4K 60 the video is pretty shaky. Well, coming to the performance of the phone, I felt it was pretty smooth and snappy. Thanks to the 90Hz refresh rate and also the 8 gigs of RAM on the phone, it felt very smooth. But most importantly, I know you guys are waiting for the GPU performance of the phone. So here it is. I threw up PUBG Mobile on the phone, but sadly enough it supports only HD graphics at high frame rates, and if you turn on smooth then mostly it supports ultra. There is no support for extreme FPS. Take a look at the small gaming session I had on the phone. Well, if not for the haptics, starting at 24,999, I would say OnePlus Nord is really a great phone. If you have enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time we post a video. Until next time, take care.